My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is May 31st, 2023. Actually, it's almost June 1st because it's 11:50 p.m. So I had my list ready for me to record. So I'm gonna date this video June 1st. Okay, for the record. Alright, so it is 11:50 p.m. I have about 19 tweets to share with you. I was putting some tweets on my list, and I think I have enough, so let's get started. Alright, so this is Henry VIII. Once again, the tabloid points out that Harry pays American property tax, all while the British royal family pays none on the many estates that are already maintained using public money. Alright, so that was mostly the talk of town. Well, when I say town, meaning Twitter, that was going on yesterday. Sometime I swear that there are tabloid editors who truly do not like the monarchy. I don't know if I bookmark it. I think it was something Eden Maureen, the squad call him, who tweeted the fact that Meghan Harry was pay property tax. I shared on my community board. And one of the things that I said, let me see if I could find it. It's almost like he's saying it without saying it. Let me see, the UK. Yeah, there it is. All right, so this is the tweet that got all of the thing going on. Okay, so Earth-shattering scoop: property owners pay property taxes. Now do the royals who don't pay taxes. Thanks, bye. This is Professor. And this is Richard Eden who tweeted this. If I come across this again, I'm gonna avoid it, not because I'm covering it right now. Okay? Life in Montecito is costly for Prince Harry and Meghan. Royalty reads Saturday's Eden Confidential column, whatever. But this is the main thing here. Harry's U.S. council tax hit £116,000 plus. In Royal Circle, they've been nicknamed the Kardashian, and tribute is explained to their appetite for accepting awards for themselves, talking about themselves, doing programs about themselves. But it should, in fairness, be said that the Duke and Duchess of Sussex are paying the price for embracing the celebrity lifestyle in California, such as the property tax, the U.S. equivalent to council tax, okay, slap on their mansion in Montecito. I can reveal that this year it amounts to a vertiginous £116,746, more than 24 times the highest council tax in Britain. The property, built in a Tuscan style, has a library, cinema, gym, spa, pool, tennis. Oh my God, he's eating their heart out with what they have. Tennis court, 7 bedrooms, 16 bathroom. Although by one account, that last figure is now a rather intriguing 13.5. Perhaps the half is reserved for the bodyguard. Earlier this month, Meghan was seen out walking, accompanied by Kim Kardashian, former muscle, who, like the most robust U.S. bodyguard, may well have whatever. They have nothing to talk about. But the point is, he's talking about they pay tax. And one of the things that I said is like, there it is here. Okay, in my humble opinion, he's saying it without saying it, meaning that Harry is paying tax, but these royals are not paying tax. Okay, it is up to the UK to open their eyes. A non-tax funded royal living on his own is paying tax. Thinking cap should go on by now. Okay, so that's what I wrote in regard to that. And there's me putting the bat signal. Yeah, the Brits need to start thinking and said, look at Harry, he's not even funded by taxpayers, but yet there he is, he's paying tax, this kind of thing. All right, so let's go back to the if I come across this, I'm just gonna skip it, maybe read some comments or something like that. So since I'm here, let me read some of the comments. This is Professor. Okay, so there's my here. Such a tabloid trash rat. He literally has zero shame. These people are empty vessels. I can't report exclusively on publicly available information, said the sewer rat. A royal that works and is paying taxes, that is indeed shocking. Yeah, that these people, unlike the royal family and the militant that are now using taxpayers' money. Okay, how dare they pay taxes as opposed to mooching off people who can barely heat their homes and feed their children. Alright, so there's that. Now go back to the original tweet which started the conversation. It's this one that started the conversation. Okay, so there's Henry VIII here. Once again, the tabloid point out that Harry pays American property tax, all while the British royal family pays none on many estates that are already maintained using public money. Okay, sometime I swear that there are tabloid editors who truly do not like the monarchy. Thank you. I think me and Henry VIII are on the same page. I really think that's what he's trying to say without saying it. Yes, I think he's saying it without saying it, to let people know there's Harry over there. Look what he's doing. He's not using your money. Okay, but you have these over here who's using your money and then they're not paying any property tax. All right, let's see here. 5 comment under it. They're too busy minding Harry and Meghan business to realize they're making their royal family look like grifters. I mean, yeah, but there is like 0.002% of me that thinks some of these headlines are shady on purpose. Thank you, Henry VIII. Exactly. That's a shade, yes. Okay, got that straight. Property owners pay property tax. It's all to distract from the fact that KKK parents owe taxpayers over 200 grand. Only the dumb boss readers will misinterpret it as Harry owing and can't pay, just like KKK parents might spend on it. I don't think so, but that's her opinion. You have to wonder, he started the Henbury story too. Okay, what was the Henbury? Is it the William thing here? Okay, they know a lot and it irks them. Also, an abusive relationship based on power. Thank you. We'll find a lot of us mere mortals don't like them either. All right, let's go back. All right, I just came from that. Let's read some of the comments here. Okay, people outside that little island are having a royal laugh at the state of their news establishment. There's that. Harry pays taxes in a world that Andrew does not, and they present this as a bad thing. I don't know. Okay, since the other royals has issues with their business, they are trying to show that Harry owes money too. What I think, I've said this from the get-go, the minute they purchased their house. What I think happened here, I think they could have easily purchased their property in cash, full, without having to pay things, get a loan or something like that. But because Harry never really owned any credit card or nothing, he pretty much said, I think in Spare, he never even carry a key with him. Until he moved in the US, he has keys. Okay, what I think happened is that they got a loan so Harry could start building up his credit. I've said it from day one. Okay, go back to Pure YTA. I've said it. Some people bash me for that. When I read certain things, other things popped up and I share them with you. This is why I have this, to share my thought with you. So if I had nothing to share, there's no way I will be doing this. Okay, I can't just sit and read tweets for you. I could easily put it on my community board for you. So I have something to say after each thing. So when they purchased their property, even if they had the money, I don't think they will pay all at once. It's because Harry needs to build up his credit. Now with the property tax and all of this, all the other thing, not only that, look at like I think Heritage Foundation is bugging the DHS to look into Harry and all of that. What they're gonna find? Not much, because there's Harry here. he's paying tax, which is what the government want people to do. All right, so when you living in America, one of the things they want you to do is pay tax. Tax is the number one, okay? Because that's what makes the government work. The rich sort of manipulate the system to benefit them, okay? He employs people. All right, all of these are good things. So yeah, I don't know what else to say because yeah, but anyway. All right, Harry pay taxes in a world that Andrew does not, and they present this as a bad thing. Since the other family has issue with their business, they are trying to show that Harry owes money too. But just like the fine statement, okay, the fine statement, or what's fine statements for Archwell, they is it the financial, okay? But just like the financial statements for Archwell, they purposely throw out the context. Okay, while till they find out he pays hella income tax too. There's that. The British royal family pays property tax on all the property it owns on Fifth Avenue. Yeah, if it's in the United States, you have to pay tax. Okay, also, aren't his annual property tax less than the rent he was paying for Frogmore Cottage? LOL, they're so eager to burn has and end up being the BBQ clowns. And they charge the public for visiting them, the ones that are open to the public. So that's the royal family. Yeah, like why will we kick a good taxpayer out? He's quite welcome. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, let's read what's there and then move to the next one. British media and tabloid, the Murdoch Mafia are laughing stock. It's pure trash. The thing is that people never question them. All people need to do, once they throw their BS out, stop and analyze the nonsense they put out and ask question. Once you start asking question, their BS is, it's crumble. Alright? People need to just ask question. Okay? I won't give them a benefit of the doubt. They don't care about the journalism profession. They are all remedial at best, only focus on making money through clickbait, the love of money. Yeah, it is up to individual. When they work for somebody, do you want to throw your dignity, your moral, your integrity away for some people who's sitting, on freaking high places, making you do their dirty work for them, and then once they've done with you, they throw you away meaning either fire you or whatever. Now the nonsense you did for those people who no longer need your help, okay, your morality have been already tarnished. Now it's gonna be hard for you to get another job. So this is why I really like Omid. That doesn't mean I like everything he writes. It's just that he sticks to the journalism aspect of things. Okay, they are shocked that Harry and Meghan pays for things and not living off taxpayers. They are saying to them, quote, why did you leave the royal family to pay for your likelihood while you could have had poor taxpayers' money instead of paying everything for yourself? They are mocking them for being financially independent. Yeah, not only that, they didn't expect them to survive. Well, when I said them, it's mostly Harry. They didn't expect him to do well outside the royal family. Okay, they do pay council tax. Guess that's our version. Okay, whatever. I don't know anything about that, so I'm not even gonna comment. I know that royals are exempt from paying income tax, but some choose to pay it anyway. That is William. What? How? I don't know anything about that, but they have to throw their nonsense into the mix to make it seems like what tax. Okay, but I think I read that the Crown estate paid tax and the property belongs to the family, not the public, and most are self-sufficient or profit-making working estates. I don't know anything about it. There's the ruling I and this. Let's see in this here. That's all good, but why did people over there go berserk when Harry and Meghan tried to make their own money, and why do these people care now since Harry and Meghan live in the United States? The press, public, and royal are being hypocrites. The Queen had people lobby Parliament. That I spoke about. I have a video about that. Yeah, the Queen had people lobby Parliament so she could hide her embarrassingly vast wealth and only started paying tax late in her reign as there was a bit of an outcry about it. They are not the good guys. Okay, they are not self-sufficient at all. If they were they would have need millions from the taxpayers each year. I don't know. Go back to some of my old videos from PYTE. There's some stuff like some of these people saying here, they lobby the government to anything, any new laws that's gonna pop up, that, you know, they look over it first and then manipulate it in a way to benefit them. So whatever, I don't know. All right, let's go to the next tweet. All right, so what is it? During COVID, there was some tax they were supposed to receive, and then when something happened, what was it? They still get the tax, even increase it. I don't think it, you know, because COVID, a lot of things was closing, people weren't really making money, but then they still got their tax money. All right, let's go to the next tweet. Okay, I thought I put that, but it's not. Next tweet. There's this here. So this is regarding DHS. Nile Gardiner, is trying really hard to get Prince Harry out of the US. There's the rolling eye. Sick seeing how people are trying hard to destroy a family, trying to take a father away from his children. What did Prince Harry do to get this treatment from him? Exactly nothing. I mean, like I said, I don't. In some tweets I responded. Is it in one of this? Yeah. Okay. So there is my thing here. Let's read this. All right. First, then we'll go to my comment. Prince Harry faces U.S. visa court battle after drug revelation and spare. A federal judge could order the U.S. government to unseal Prince Harry's visa application amid claim his drug-taking revelations and his memoir spare should have barred entry to the country. All right. Let's keep in mind. Florida, California have already legalized marijuana, and there's so many other states in the United States that have already legalized it. So him saying that when he was at a younger age, okay, but he turned around. The most important thing, like I said in the previous tweet, he's a taxpayer, private citizen here. Okay, people cannot force the government to release their private information if they didn't do anything wrong. Okay, him saying in a book he had done something way in the back, in the past, that doesn't give the government to go into. We shall see. Okay, we shall see. So let's read some of the comment and then go to mine. Okay, I know he has no case, but do they really think that if Prince Harry leave US that he will go back to the UK? There's the laugh. He will take his family to continent Africa. He will go to continent Africa. Alright. They think doing this kind of thing gonna make Prince Harry leave his wife Meghan Markle and their children for them. Prince Harry hates them. There's the laugh. Nope. It only gonna make him love his wife and children more. Harry and Meghan marriage is stronger than ever today. Thanks to the haters. Alright, there's me here. I will come back to this tweet. I can't wait for the US court to highlight all the good things Harry is doing, and Harry is the type of people the US want. Watch. If I'm wrong, I'll admit it that I am. But they will help amplify Harry's good humanitarian work, all the good things he's been doing. Okay? So this is the thing that I actually feel. Okay? I mean, I don't have a crystal ball in front of me to predict anything, but Harry is not doing anything wrong. He's, what is it, him and Nacho creating, I think, Los Padres for charities around I think Montecito area.
Go, go, go.
Harry is an avid polo enthusiast and player and has played polo all his life. My polo team has a platform where we are going to use the sport and the team as a platform to raise awareness for charities. Harry is going to be a part of this team. The team is called Los Padres. Los Padres is named after the National Forest. Him and I wanted this team and this thing to be very local, to pay a lot of a tribute to Southern California because of him moving here and paying a tribute to his new home. Hopefully not just the park, but also some other charities that we are going to reveal later. But that's what Los Padres Polo Team is going to be. It's going to be a platform for a lot of good things. So I'm very excited, proud and honored to be doing this with him.
They doing so many things. Look at Archwell. Him and Meghan employs people. Okay, put people to work. Whoever work for them, these are employ people. Okay, he's paying tax. So what is their problem? I mean, if they're gonna fish out only Harry, there's so many other professional business people in the US who's doing worse thing than Harry. They're gonna have to root them out as well. Okay, let's read some more comment. It's the way they are so gleefully enjoying this bothers me. Who is behind this relentless attack and effort to drive a wedge between this lovely couple? Why? To what end? So many questions. Okay, Sam, they think it's funny, but it isn't. Okay, they want to break them up, but won't succeed. Exactly, except there's no court battle. It's frivolous lawsuit. We shall see. I mean, this is what we think too, but we shall see what the court says. Because just because you want to go to court, you want to call somebody to court, although this is not him calling Harry to court, it's just, I think, asking the government to release it. Why did Meghan just sue the tabloid? For privacy thing. Okay? So the government have to respect Harry's privacy as well. It's nobody's business. Okay? Even though I spoke, there's a video that I did a while back. The squad came after me. These are the things that I usually think, and then I made the video and talk about it. Alright? About his status in the US. Okay? When I was doing that video, things that I was not aware in terms of how people could apply for different type of visas and all of that. When you have money, it's almost like I don't know. So many options. Okay? There's so many options out there. And Harry have already told us UK is his home.
The UK is my home and a place that I love. That will never change. What I want to make clear is we're not walking away. And we certainly aren't walking away from you. I've accepted this knowing that it doesn't change who I am or how committed I am. But I hope that helps you understand what it had come to, that I would step my family back from all I have ever known, to take a step forward into what I hope can be a more peaceful life. But the media is a powerful force, and my hope is one day our collective support for each other can be more powerful, because this is so much bigger than just us, and we will continue to lead a life of service. So in that respect, nothing changes. I will always have the utmost respect for my grandmother, my commander-in-chief, and I'm incredibly grateful to her. I will continue to be the same man who holds his country dear and dedicates his life to supporting the causes, charities, and military communities that are so important to me. Together, you have given me an education about living, and this role has taught me more about what is right and just than I could ever have imagined. We are taking a leap of faith, so thank you for giving me the courage to take this next step.
And all of that. We already know Harry is not gonna have, is not gonna become a citizen, but he could have a green card, or even if he doesn't have a green card, he could still be doing business here, depend on the type of visa. And let's not forget, Meghan's niece is a immigration lawyer, so they probably got this under control. Okay? And Harry have been traveling back and forth to the UK and to the US. It's not like he just, there's some people when they come to the US, they stay there, never travel, don't do anything. Okay, these are the people that might raise red flag, or you're trying to take advantage of the system. But there are people like Harry, not only come, he bought house, he's paying tax on it, and he's traveling back and forth. What, couple weeks ago, last month or something, he traveled to the UK for the coronation and traveled right back. Okay, all of this play a role in terms of coming and exiting into the US, which means he doesn't have a, there's so many things, okay, so many things, but they have no ground for the government to release his information. Okay, Nile Gardiner is the palace William Charles sent to US after their silent partner British Gutter Press couldn't do the job to try and destroy Harry and Meghan. Yeah, when you look at the half sister, same thing. Why? why I think she was on the news. I don't know, not news, on Twitter about the lawsuit. I don't know if I put it here, but I did share it with you on my community board. If you're new to my channel, I very highly recommend that you check my community board as often as possible, because there are things sometimes I don't even want to bring on a video like this, but I'll put screenshot of what is being discussed on Twitter, because a lot of squatties don't know what's going on, right? But they're not on Twitter, so they want to know what's going on to keep in touch with the noise that's surrounding the Sussexes. So this is how my channel sort of take off, because out of a silly tweet that I put about Meghan, and then one squatty spotted me and said, please, can you put more? And this is it. Okay, so I dedicate my channels for that. And I have another channel, our part of service, where I only highlight the charities that Harry and Meghan are part of, associate with, or have mentioned in some shape or form. So go check that channel out as well. Okay, so let's get back to this. Okay, let me read what's there, and then that's it. It was widely known that Harry took drug. His Vegas trip was on the front page of the newspaper worldwide. One thing we need to keep in mind, it was some group of people they saw. I mean, he explained it in his book. But before they went up to the suite with those ladies, one thing that happened by the poolside, someone have mentioned. Okay, there's a young lady whose top came off. Harry was the first one to run and grab a towel for her to cover her chest. Okay, but you don't hear this on the tabloid. Okay, I'm pretty sure the court case is over phone hacking, not Harry's immigration. That's why. Yeah. Okay, it will be interesting to see Meghan joining the immigration legal team supporting him. Okay, but it's not only that, Meghan is a U.S. citizen. His daughter is a U.S. citizen, and Archie is citizen. So I don't know. I think they will sympathize for that. The main thing is Harry's paying tax. Okay, he is paying tax. Boris Johnson took cocaine and cannabis at university. Why don't they bar him from the U.S. too? Okay. Not only, well, Bojo is American, if I'm not mistaken. He was born in Manhattan, okay, New York City, and his father is, I think, British. But that's what I think, right? I'll put a screenshot of him. I think he was born in Manhattan. Okay, these UK headlines aren't even accurate. They are appealing a decision made by DHS over a FOAI request of a private resident. Harry is not even a part of this case because he has not given DHS permission to release his record to tabloid, which they state during the hearing. Okay, so that's that. I forgot to explain that as well. Alright, he is only looking to seek newspaper. He works for the Telegraph. Alright, so this person hit the nail on the head. Okay, because I did put a statement on my community board that they tossed their thing out. So now it's almost like appealing the judgment of that. Alright, so in order for them to get the information, Harry will have to call the whatever department. Yes, you could release my information, but Harry's not even saying that, so they just pissed. There's rule. They should know that too. I mean, in other words, the UK is going through some issues. They're trying to make headlines to distract from their issues, so that's another thing. Next tweet. Okay, there's this here. Context: Heritage Foundation is abusing the court system to demand a hearing about information that is known it is not entitled to, but is not above demanding in service to the British media continued campaign of harassment against Prince Harry and Princess Meghan. Okay, deplorable. Someone just said Ozzy Osbourne with his drug issues. Yeah. Okay, don't worry, God is going to do his miracle. It's going to be inviting. We don't have a monarchy system. Harry is the type of person the US want. Work hard, pay taxes, do charity work. I can't wait to see what the judge said. Just because you call someone to court, whatever, okay, not guarantee it's a win. Okay, they should be sued for harassment. Okay, bigger context. Nile Gardiner, I guess this is him, a man who gets paid by the Telegraph to be a columnist, is using his Heritage Foundation position to do the paper's dirty work. The tabloid couldn't get this information on their own. They tried, so they are doing this. It's a scandal in plain sight. Okay, Joe Biden president has been catastrophic for America. Nah, he's doing pretty compared to what we had before. You know, when Trump was in office, it's like you could hardly sleep. Okay, thinking of the nonsense this guy was doing. Okay, Nile is actually advertising this like it's a game show, encouraging people to watch his live hearing. I hope the US investigate Niles, okay, especially after the chase. Okay, I like to start a Leave Harry Alone campaign, but I don't want to bring attention to Nile. Okay, no prizes for guessing which UK television channel is making this a major news item. Like I said in my community, but only the UK tabloid people that's talking about it. Okay, the answer of course is GB News, which has Dan Wooten and Camilla Tomley among its presenters. The Nile Gardiner has appearing several times as a guest on Wooten show. The other thing too, if you look at it in a beyond what is being played out, in a way I think it's good for Harry. At least the system have already heard that and will already know what Harry's doing, even though they know, but it will be documented. All right, it will be documented that he's not doing anything wrong. He's paying taxes, he's doing what needs to be done in the country. So it's just gonna confirm that if anything were to happen later on, the court system or Harry could say, this is what the judge said about me, and whatever. Okay, some US institutions want to be part of the UK monarchy, as if the Revolutionary War never happened, and why Harry and Meghan shouldn't have their constitutional right violated because of this. As a matter of fact, the other day I was thinking, with, you know what, let me not go into politics. All right, so that will branch out completely. Okay, I pray the judge in this case expose the group and charging them in the process for such mockery to court system. You just never know. Just leave it to God. God will. This is what I'm saying. In a way, it's a good thing. The system is get to hear, especially Harry's not doing anything wrong. It's just gonna put it in writing. All right, next tweet. Okay, this is 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Okay, listen at the end. Quote, if Trump get back in, he says Harry's got to leave. Jeremy Vine. There it is. Vine gave up the game. They hope Trump wins to force Prince Harry back to royal servitude. By the way, that's not how the US work, but UK media like to feed shit to Harry and Meghan haters. So let's listen here. 2 minutes. You're gonna see screenshot, okay? Because when the video plays, I get issues with YouTube.
Nothing wrong. They had even the case the other week in America with that ridiculous car chase, them pretending they were nearly killed. No, they weren't. It wasn't anything like that.
Jenny, what about that?
I will say to you, Carol, it's all the hype that you all put around
nonsense.
every day. Yes, it is.
There is not all hype,
The royal family for a long time.
Do you
they
actually
see what was happening with the journalist. Hold on, Carol, because I had to let you speak.
Just in sentences.
The royal family could have easily closed some of this down with the tabloids, the likes of you, Carol, and your production team that crucify Harry and Meghan all the time. They spoke.
What years
That woman, I mean, like the caller said, she gave her the time to speak, but she's on the phone. Let her speak her mind. My goodness.
No, Carol, Jenny has a point. Jenny, hold on. Henry.
The Oprah interview, the Netflix series, and Spare is a culmination of years of briefing, years of leaking, the occasional punch-up in Frogmore Cottage. That is what happened. This doesn't come out of nowhere. You know, these two felt they were not protected.
I can't
and they got
believe
sick.
you
What
guys.
do you mean believe?
I can't believe they sat on Oprah and they called the royal family racist.
No, they didn't. What they said was
Yes,
that somebody
they
was
did.
concerned about the colour of
They
Archie's skin.
did.
No, they didn't. They never
And
used the
Harry,
racism
they
word.
did, and
No,
Harry
they didn't.
cited, yes, they
No,
did,
they didn't.
and Harry cited one of the reasons
right.
for leaving this country was the racism Meghan had received.
talking about
at the
the-
All right,
from the media, not the
let's
people.
move on.
The media.
When we talk about the American authorities and we say, oh, well, don't worry, they'll probably understand. They don't always. And I'll give you an example, because I was listening to some music by Cat Stevens the other day, and this is at the weekend. Now, I just remembered after 9/11, they found they had a plane flying into Washington, D.C. with Cat Stevens on it, and they decided he was a terror risk because he'd had some links to a charity in Palestine. His name's Yusuf Islam. And they diverted the plane to Maine. Because Cat Stevens was on. So they can suddenly go hard line, the Americans.
Hold on, the Customs and Border Protection, they are notorious.
Yeah.
Deeply extreme, I would say.
I think, well, listen, if Trump gets back in, I wouldn't be surprised if he said, Harry's got to leave. Jenny, thank you. Later on, it's the
Did they even let the caller, the person on the phone, speak? He thinks that's the way the thing goes. You think people cannot challenge that? He think that's the... This was the plan from the get-go. What was it? When Trump was in office, one of the Daily Fail, during a White House briefing, Trump was there, and one of the Daily Fail, Trump called upon to ask question, and one of the question they asked was about Harry and Meghan. I don't remember the exact wording, and that raised a red flag to me. I was like, oh my God, they're gonna start going after them. Alright, so this is not news to me about if Trump get in office, and then we're gonna make sure it doesn't. Okay, God is good, or maybe he'll go to prison before that. Jesus Christ. Okay, Trump promises hate and they lap it up. Okay, Trump is about what is it? From what you've been hearing, I don't know if the mainstream media is talking about it, but some other professional YouTubers who are attorneys or whatever, they're looking into things that is being filed on Trump and stuff like that. One of the things that they say, you know, pretty much he was there, you have the money, he'll do the thing for you. What was it? Some of the people who received pardon, they have to pay $2 million. Him and Woody will split it in half. I doubt it. If Trump will split it with Woody, Trump will most likely shortchange him. But some of the pardon that was being given out by Trump, people had, it seems like, allegedly, people were paying for it. Right, let's see here. Queen, can you ask Josephine? Okay, Josephine, why she has me black? Okay, whatever that is. And the other thing I was thinking of is when you look at based on the thing that I was saying with Trump, you pay to play, this kind of thing. The people who were investigating Andrew in New York, okay, you saw, I spoke about it on my other channel, that guy was fired by Trump, and you have an idea why. And I didn't even need people to tell me. You know, it has to be with, in my humble opinion, who pay for him to fire that guy. Okay, this is one of the things that I think happened. Pay to play. Alright, I'm probably gonna mute that because I don't have proof of this. But anyway, let's move on. Next tweet, there's this here. Prince Harry wanted to leave royal family before marrying Meghan Markle. Author, New York Post. Okay, I'm not gonna read that. Prince Harry wanted to leave the royal family before marrying Meghan Markle. Prince Harry seemed to be itching to leave the royal family even before he married Meghan Markle. Okay, there's this. He could have asked the Queen for a job abroad as ambassador to somewhere if this were true.
The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option.
I mean, he tried to work with them. The half-men and all of that. It's the people who feel like, you know, they're the best thing that could ever happen to Harry. Harry could never live on his own, or would not be able to survive without them. This kind of thing. Harry tried to work with them. He tried to work with them. Okay, he did. Let's see here. Okay, he wanted to go to Africa, but it wasn't glitzy enough for Walmart Wallace. Who's Walmart Wallace? She thought going back to La La Land. What the hell is this? Elite leaders, but there was more I don't know. The fake cock chase. Time to black. Listening to nonsense. Because that's not true. The court chase is real. Okay, they both offered to go to Africa or anywhere else in the Commonwealth. The royal family said no. They wanted them in London. Okay, every time Harry voted to his dad where he wanted to go, it got leaked. New Zealand leaked. Canada leaked. Africa leaked. That's when he finally said, I'm out. Then he go to his security pool. And that's when Tyler Perry stepped in and gave them security and a plane to California to live. Yeah, that's right. If it's true that Harry wanted to leave the royal family before Meghan, then why didn't he? I don't believe it. He was happy-ish. What? This guy was miserable. Did you guys read this book? I'm telling you, these people know Harry more than Harry know himself. Oh my God, I don't believe it. He was happy-ish, but of course he wasn't getting any younger and he wanted a partner. So far he had no luck. Then along came Meghan, no spring chicken, and dump him. Poor lad. What? He loves her and he get what is it? Harry said he was the one who decided to leave. Okay, that's what should matter. This is an outdated news. Many people did not know about it. If anyone knew, why are they blaming Meghan? I mean, even Harry said he was the one who said let go, but they refused to listen to that. Harry been saying also about the privacy thing. There's the line, don't cross it. Do they listen? No. They completely black certain common sense out of their brain that they just keep going with their narrative. Harry been telling them for years. Nobody's listening. And the former butler claiming that he knows what Prince Harry is thinking is ridiculous. Harry will not even utter the butler's name and his autobiography spare. Okay, what's wrong with him? He should have Harry's back. Diana will be so disappointed in him. She probably is. He's gonna have his own karma soon. Okay, this is before, should I say his baggage? Okay, this is before Angela Levine embarked on her witchcraft business. Why do you oppose Angela Levine? She published this in 2017 before Meghan. Well, that gave Harry the, what is it? I mean, Harry is a thinker. When something happened, he changed. Unlike the rest of his family. When something happened, okay, good or bad, specifically the bad thing, they continue doing it. But Harry, what happened with the, I believe it was Angela Levine, they forced him to talk to him. They forced Harry to talk to Angela Levine, where he thought it was just a basic interview, but that interview turned into a book. Okay, that's my understanding of that encounter. And then from this point on, this is why Harry kept Meghan away from the tabloid. Harry did not let Meghan talk to the tabloid while she was in the UK. This is where most of the issues start going, because they want to talk to Meghan to turn her words against her. Okay, so Harry is a smart man. He sees what happened. That encounter gave him the foresight for Meghan not to speak to any of them. All right, because they're gonna turn Meghan's word against her. Okay, this article is a bait and switch. As soon as they refer Angela Levine, my spidey senses perked up. Those feelings were validated when the article ended with them parodying the latest UK press speculation of a rift in the Sussex marriage, other bullcrap. Okay, this man was Diana's butler and has nothing to do with Harry. He makes things up about the couple just to seem relevant. Harry and Meghan are happy. We can see the love they feel for each other. Those who invent a separation are people who know nothing about the couple. Right? It's just to make the haters to click on their stuff. And it seems like the haters prefer hearing the lies instead of the truth. This is sad. This is very sad. Okay, so I did bookmark it here. So I went over it already. Alright? So I'm gonna skip that. I went over it at the beginning. Next tweet, that's regarding the tax thing. Okay, DM, the Sussex paid their property tax in Montecito again this year. Right, they want them to default so badly they probably have voodoo dolls around the newsroom. LOL. God is good. Alright, with our prayers, God is good. LOL. I honestly hate paying property tax. Like, why am I paying for every taxes on a house I bought one time years ago? Why is it not mine and I have to share it with the government? I don't know how the other countries do it. Is that those taxes go towards school, libraries, road, and all sort of things. Okay, if wealthy people pay more in property taxes in the UK, maybe they have a better school and public services. There it is. Okay, as far as Harry and Meghan accept awards, even Queen Betty accepted an honorary BAFTA in 2013. The only reason the British media are trashing Harry and Meghan well-earned awards is because the rest of the royal family has done zero nada to earn any. It's all sour grapes. That's right. This is what I was saying in one of my videos. Could have been yesterday's video. It's because they are being recognized for the work that they do. Okay, you let people know, I see what you're doing. You deserve an award for what you've done. This kind of thing. But they're trashing it. But if it was them, they'll be more than happy to work and get an award for themselves. Okay, the mansion room is now less. It was a 9-bedroom, 16 bathroom. It's now 7-bedroom, 16 bathroom. It really a great news that people work and pay their taxes. There's the laugh. Seriously, who wrote this? If they could, they will report on what Prince Harry, Princess Meghan, Prince Archie, and Princess Elizabeth had for breakfast, lunch, and supper, and between snacks. There's a laugh. In other words, California homeowners do that thing that all California homeowners are supposed to do. Hardly breaking news here. Hardly breaking news there. Okay, Americans own homes, pay property taxes every year. But okay, that's what I'm saying. We pay our property tax too. Shocking. Has it ever occurred to them to just talk to a local realtor to explain how it works? This is a typical of every homeowners, regardless of the home values. Missing the Sussexes, I see. Okay, I respect people who pay their own way. Okay, I'm sure the state of California and the school district is happy to know the check is in the mail. Exactly. All right, so this is the thing. This is what their taxpayers go, tax money goes to. Taxes, police, and all of that. Okay, even though the others are trying to defund certain things. Next tweet. Okay, so I'm 44 minutes here. All right, let's throw this in here. Okay, one of two. While others couldn't wait to bestow themselves with titles and jewelry, Harry showed deepest sorrow after Queen Elizabeth II's death. His words were so deep and expressed how grateful he was for all of their first meetings, including the first moment she hugged Archie and Lily. Alright, so let's see here. So this is, I think, when the Queen passed, the statement they put out, Harry put out. Okay, statement from Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. Harry put out, I should say. And celebrating the life of my grandmother, Her Majesty the Queen, and in mourning her loss, we are well reminded of the guiding compass she was to so many and her commitment to service and duty. She was globally admired and respected. Her unwavering grace and dignity remained true throughout her life and now her everlasting legacy. Let us echo the words she spoke after the passing of her husband, Prince Philip, words which can bring comfort to all of us now. Quote, life of course consists of final partings as well as first meetings, end quote. Granny, while this final parting brings us great sadness, I am forever grateful for all of our first meetings, from my earliest childhood memories with you to meeting you for the first time as my commander-in-chief, to the first moment you met my darling wife and hugged your beloved great-grandchildren. I cherish these times shared with you and the many other special moments in between. You are already sorely missed, not just by us but by the world over. And as it comes to first meetings, we now honor my father and his new role as King Charles III. Thank you for your commitment to service. Thank you for your sound advice. Thank you for your infectious smile. We too smile knowing that you and Grandpa are reunited now and both together in peace. All right. Let's see here. There's this Meghan comforting Harry. Alright, let's see some of the comments. Okay, she continues. I love how Harry described Archie and Elizabeth's meeting with his granny, heartwarming memories. The final visit, Archie making deep chivalrous bow. His baby sister Elizabeth cuddled the monarch's chin. Sweetest children, Granny said. Yes, sounding the muse. Spare. Okay. What a very thoughtful account of his time with his grandmother. It is clear to see that Harry was reaching out to his father too. What a pity that King Charles, thinks he is too important to reach out to his son. I mean, the feeling, never there. The feeling never there. That tribute from Harry to Queen Elizabeth II was beautifully written. Okay, sound advice. Right, he lost his grandma and the rest lost their meal ticket. That is true. This was a beautiful tribute to his grandmother. Harry is so lucky to meet Meghan. Yeah, I think the universe sent Meghan to get him out of there, because the way these people are, my goodness. Next tweet. And Harry's trying to be nice, trying to reach out, but no, they're being savage. Next tweet. If Harry and Meghan decided to buy a second home, I hope it has more bathrooms. I would be disappointed if it doesn't have at least 20 bathrooms. The squad. All I'm thinking is the cleaning. 2 bathrooms is good enough. Alright, you have the kids, they could make that mess, and then your own bathroom, your peace and quiet. Me too, snot. The latest episode of My Reality, who's that? Okay, backstage. Okay, never mind about this. Okay, an estate on every coast with twice as many bathrooms as bedroom. Give them something to talk about. Here, Sam. I want them to get New York City penthouse overlooking Central Park. Okay, maybe only bathroom, hot tub, saunas, and pools, and a playground and a pool. Absolutely, and in due time. Okay, absolutely, and in due course, the purchase of a private jet to really make heads explode. Can you imagine that? But it's, I don't know. I mean, if they could afford it, they could. But the maintenance of this, you need a place to keep it. Ugh. Okay, I want it bigger too. Me too. The squad just making fun. Alright. Because the royal rats get pissed off to see Harry is moving on up. Alright, next tweet. Okay. This might be the last one for this video. I might create another one. Will and Kate fumbled this bag so massively it's almost comical. Between 2011 and 2016, the thing they loved the most was playing country aristo with their friends, some more than others. The attention Harry and Meghan were getting will have allowed them to do that for years. I'm telling you, me and Henry VIII, we are on the same page. Yes, I truly agree. Okay, so that was a response to this tweet. Let's see here. When Meghan joined the scene, I thought Will and Kate will feel some relief at the idea of sharing some of the heat while they raise their young family. LOL, jokes on me. They just threw Harry and Meghan under the bus, tot suit. Okay, I've said this so many times. If I was them, especially what's the other one, Kate, I work with Meghan. What do you need? What work do you need? Because in terms of level of I guess importance, whatever, social class, they were higher than Harry and Meghan. Not that Harry and Meghan care about that, but to get their voice, the things that they need to make charitable work, right? So I've said this. If I was in Kate's shoes, what I would have done is befriended with Meghan, ask her, what do you want? Let me speak with you. Tell me what you need. The only thing that you will need to do when everything is said and done, mention me someplace. Okay, and then I come to cut the ribbons with you, whatever. Okay, I could see Meghan work with them in that aspect, because I truly believe Harry probably told Meghan how it works over there in terms of hierarchy. Okay, but the other ones were too full of themselves, the nonsense that they put in their head, thinking having a title, this and that, all the hard work where they go to cut the ribbon, it's magically done on its own just because you have a title. There's no human power behind it. There's nothing behind it. It's just, I have a title, let me go cut ribbon. Okay, a lot of work needs to be done behind the scene to make the final product. So they didn't see that. So there's Harry and Meghan. Literally, Meghan said she doesn't mind being behind the scene, work with the important people. Now I'm paraphrasing here, okay, to maximize her potential.
Well, but with that said, for me, it's very important to, once you hit the ground running, even if you're doing it quietly behind the scenes, which is what I've focused my energy on thus far, is meeting with the right people, meeting with the right organizations behind the scenes quietly, learning as much as I can so that I can maximize the opportunity we have here to really make an impact included in that. I mean, it makes such a tremendous difference. So, yeah, just I guess we wait a couple months and then we can hit the ground running. But up until then, I'm pretty excited.
She didn't mind being behind the scene. She literally told them that. But nope, jealousy and all sort of things. Whatever. Now, this is why they're having so much problem. They don't know what to do. They can't produce anything. Alright, so let's read some of the... Oh, Henry VIII continue. Okay, what exceptionally effed is that In the end, Harry and Meghan's popularity means nothing to terms of the monarchy. They could have been the most popular people on earth and still could not have usurped William and Kate's position. Okay, that's the thing. This is why I say sometimes I don't think they understand their position. William, I don't think he understands his position. He got the golden, what's higher than a king? What's higher than a king? Okay, in every games that you play, king is the priority. Okay, he has this for him. I don't know if he understands his position. There he is, he's making YouTube thing, this what young people are doing, what I'm doing. I don't have the amount of money that he has. You know, he will be the king. He has everything ready for him. But no, he's looking at, he doesn't understand his position. I really don't think so. I really don't think he understands his position. Okay, so let's read. What exceptionally effed is that in the end, Harry and Meghan's popularity means nothing in terms of the monarchy. They could have been the most popular people on earth and still could not have usurped William's and Kate's position. William and Kate could have had what they wanted, the perks of the job, with less attention on their marriage and their children. And thanks to the institutional racism, the Will and Kate are the saviors of the monarchy narrative will have developed without their direct help. Okay, instead, they went all in on the offensive, Kensington Palace leaking like a sieve. Now, they don't even have Harry as a punching bag. As I'm reading this, I'm thinking the thumbnails that I have in one of my videos. Punching bag. Okay, something they both have benefited from for decades. Oops. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, Charles and William both are on, but remember as well, okay, who is advising them in the background? Who is putting nonsense in their head? You have Harry and Meghan literally telling them this is what I'm all about, but they refuse to listen what's coming out of the horse's mouth. But who is in the background advising them? To divide them, okay? Remember, divide equal conquer. Once the enemy divide, and then they will conquer. Alright? They divide the brothers, turn one against each other, and then make the other one spew his nonsense about his mother. Okay? Meanwhile, actually this week I don't hear anything about the twin, the marriage lady. I don't hear a damn thing about her. So she knows how to play the game. Okay, since I think Charles had gone somewhere to rejuvenate, I forgot what it was, and then she went out and sit on a freaking bench. She looked so miserable, and then that didn't go too well. Ever since then, I don't hear from her, and then all of this are coming out. I don't know. But the older brother, no sense at all, couldn't think for himself. And this is why I said why they got Harry out of there is because Harry was the only one with common sense. He was too close to every decision makers. Okay, the king is his father, the brother who's the future, all of this. Harry was giving them good advice, but they divide the brothers. Probably whoever's advising them thinking what Harry's saying is nonsense. But Harry was looking, I would say, in the same sense that the Queen took the monarchy position as what it is. I don't want to put that video where whatever she said, and when she was in South Africa, that she will reserve her whole life, whether it's big or small, whatever.
But through the inventions of science, I can do what was not possible for any of them. I can make my solemn act of dedication with a whole empire listening. I should like to make that dedication now. It is very simple.
We both do everything we can to fly the flag and carry out our roles for this country with pride.
I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service and to the service of our great imperial family to which we all belong.
Once Meghan and I were married, we were excited, we were hopeful, and we were here to serve.
But I shall not have strength to carry out this resolution alone, unless you join in it with me, as I now invite you to do. I know that your support will be unfailingly given. God help me to make good my vow, and God bless all of you who are willing to share in it.
What I want to make clear is we're not walking away, and we certainly aren't walking away from you. Our hope was to continue serving the Queen, the Commonwealth, and my military associations, but without public funding.
But through the inventions of science, I can do what was not possible for any of them.
I was born into this life, and it is a great honor to serve my country and the Queen.
I can make my solemn act of dedication with the whole empire listening.
And my hope is one day our collective support for each other can be more powerful, because this is so much bigger than just us.
I should like to make that dedication now. It is very simple. I declare before you all that my whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service and to the service of our great imperial family to which we all belong.
It has been our privilege to serve you, and we will continue to lead a life of service. So in that respect, nothing changes.
But I shall not have strength to carry out this resolution alone, unless you join in it with me.
I will always have the utmost respect for my grandmother, my Commander-in-Chief, and I am incredibly grateful to her,
as I now invite you to do. I know that your support will be unfailingly given.
I will continue to be the same man who holds his country dear and dedicates his life to supporting the causes, charities, and military communities that are so important to me. Together, you have given me an education about living, and this role has taught me more about what is right and just than I could ever have imagined. We are taking a leap of faith, so thank you for giving me the courage to take this next step.
Okay, to dedicate her life to the monarchy. Harry, I think, had done, it probably wasn't on the same page, but to help the family, okay, the father, the brother, to uphold the monarchy kind of thing. But they see the ones who's gonna actually wear the crown, then see Harry as that. Instead, they saw Harry as the enemy. So Harry left. Harry was like, I'm trying to help you. I know I'm not in position for that. I have so many people in front of me. I was here to help you maintain the thing. And I think in some videos, Harry even said he doesn't even want that. Okay, even if it was, I don't know if it offered to him, if he would refuse it, but he didn't really care about being king or anything like that. But he was helping the ones who were gonna be king to preserve the institution, but they saw him as enemy, so he left. So this is why we're having all those issues here. All right, so let's read some of the comments here. Charles and William both are unable to accept when someone is more popular than them, especially when it is someone whom they perceive owes their position to them. They are fundamentally unable to understand how they may benefit via proximity. That's what I keep on saying. They don't understand that overshadowed thing. I mean, Charles is gonna die being overshadowed. Okay, Princess Diana could have been, I don't know. They just don't know how to do the right thing. That's all. They just don't know how to do the right thing. The only person who knows how to do the right thing, they kick him out of there. Okay, or they teamed up to push him to leave. Okay, Bully wants what Harry has more than anything, including the crown. What I said in some videos, you want everything, you're gonna end up with nothing. Okay, I thought they would be friends, you know, like girl shopping trips and lunches, etc. They were sure they could have their cake and eat it too. Harry will give in to their demand, stay in Britain and take the abuse they dish out. That's what they would do. He surprised them by being strong enough to leave. I mean, Harry sustained a lot of blow. What I've said in other videos is that the abuse that they were inflicting on Harry, not that he liked it, obviously from his book you could see he didn't really like that, but he had become immune to it. Okay, it's one of those where it's like, oh, here we go again, but it still hurt him. But what happened here, when that kind of treatment was passing on onto Meghan, that's where he said no. Because again, going back to when they were dating, the happy-go-lucky kind of mentality, Meghan working hard, could put different hats, still look good doing it, working and having fun and do all of those things, do charitable work and all of this. She prioritized her timing very well. So Harry realized that this was affecting Meghan, and they turning that same kind of hurtful feelings onto Meghan. That's when he said no. Okay, it's when they pass it on to Meghan, that's when Harry said enough is enough. All right. I love your commentary. Meghan is a strong woman. She will never serve them like that, nor will Harry allow the harassment on his beloved wife. He know how dangerous all was getting. He will never risk his woman. 100%. Kate and Will are dull as dirt. In medieval time, Harry will have led a rebellion and deposed his brother. He left. I mean, I'm telling you, if they do something, let me not go there, because I could see if they do something, there will be. Okay, I did say this was the last tweet. Okay, I stopped my thought short because I do not want to put it out there. All right, let's do a prayer, and then I'll continue on the next tweet, because I have more tweets. Prayer for prosperity. Oh shoot. Prayer the word coverage. Let's see here. Coverage, whatever that means. Let's see if something come up. Okay, prayer for prosperity and protection. Okay, Father, bless me so that I may prosper in all the things I do in my life. I shall prosper financially, spiritually, and health-wise by your will. Oh God, I pray you also protect me so that I will live a long and fruitful life. In Jesus' name, amen. All right, let's do an image. Let's pick. Okay, let's do this one. A prayer for prosperity and financial blessing. Father, it is your desire for us to prosper in all that we do. We speak forth promotions, business ideas, divine connection, and partnerships. We stir up the same creative spirit that made the heavens and the earth to bring forth new ideas and inventions for the betterment of his world, that we can be a blessing to many. Okay, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. Someone in my comment section suggested that I do the Patreon thing. If I do the Patreon thing, what I think I will do is whatever I put on YouTube, I'm gonna throw it over there as well. Okay, I don't know how the rules of YouTube, I mean not YouTube, or Patreon is, and I'll have different pricing depending on what you think you could contribute. Okay, so YouTube have been giving me some issues, so that idea start popping up again, and I was like, yeah, maybe I should think about it. Even if I no longer have YouTube, at least I'll be on Patreon, and you guys could I don't know, Patreon is not free. That's the thing. I wanted you guys to see all of my things for free, but YouTube is giving me some hard time. All right, so if anything, I might put everything on Patreon just like I do on YouTube here, and it's just that you have to pay a small price. All right, and for those who want to support me, you see I didn't do any membership on here, but on my other channel, Pure YTE, that's where I wanted the membership to be. Which I had before. Once they demonetize it, I didn't want to put it here. Okay, where it's like I feel like it was double dipping. My plan was to go back to Pure YTE, but yeah, I have to start thinking about it. You know, even if 2 or 3 people wants to do it, I don't know how Patreon is. I need to look into their rules, how the fees, because I have to pay them as well. That's the other thing. But YouTube is getting a little bit too too uncomfortable for me, but I still want you guys to get the information. Alright, so that's it. I'm gonna do video number 2. I have more tweets to share with you. Alright, so that's it for now, for this video.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life. You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.